this board is completely formed, we can do pretty much whatever we want to do. Once this board is completely formed, we can do pretty much whatever we want to do.
Well, Space Fams, good to see you here on this Thursday morning. That's right, it's peacetime. Hopefully you're prepared. So much peace. No one has ever seen this level of peace before. Everyone's saying it.
Once this board is completely formed, we can do pretty much whatever we want to do.
Well, Space Fams, good to see you here on this Thursday morning. Figure we started off with that. You know, get us in the mood for peace. Get us in the peace mood. Just a reminder to everybody, Galactic News Network brought to you by viewers like you. A lot of great ways, of course, for you to support the stream. Let's get to it. Let's watch live the Board of Peace meeting. Oh, God. This looks serious. Look at this. Oh, the Board of Peace. Oh, it looks so good. I'm so ready for peace. Really? Really, we're listening to fucking Gnarls Barkley? Really? Really, guys? Really, guys? God damn it. God damn it! Really? Just hanging out listening to Gnarls Barkley over at the White House. It's an interesting vibe. No doubt that is an interesting vibe. Actually, you know what I've realized that we need? I totally didn't think about this. Oh, wait for it. Wait for it. We need different music for this situation. Situation of great peace. The greatest peace anyone has ever seen before. In the history of peace. Everybody's saying it. Very best peace. It's weird that they gave that woman from Venezuela the Peace Prize. But I'm clearly the best at peace. Number one peacemaker. Thank you, Earth. So much peace, everybody's saying it's too much peace, actually. They're sick of it. He said, you know what, I'm bored of the Board of Peace. Because it's too much peace. Some say tranquility is not all it's cracked up to be. Sometimes you need a war to spice things up. Too bad the Pope won't be there. Yes, that is sad. Oh, God. How will we have peace without the Pope? Everyone's saying it. Everybody's been telling me, sir. Sir, you're the very best. And I say, I know. I know, you don't have to tell me. Everybody's been telling me all day. I'm actually bored of that. We are in hell, says the Appalachian leftist. Yeah. Yeah. It's true. At least we have each other. At least, at least we have that. Write that down. At least we have each other. We can hang out. Witness hell together. Witness the collapse. As a community. I need more energy drink. Very dystopian music. See, that's exactly the vibe I'm going for. It's like the music right before something really bad happens. Everybody's just living a peaceful, tranquil life in their vault. And you just know something bad's about that. Yeah. I picked this music specifically for the moment. Is there a second season to that yet? Whoa, wow. Saucy frickin' sea witch. So many gifted galactic memberships is taking up the entire chat. Incredible generosity. Payback times 20 for the galactic gifted membership that you received. I am taken aback by your generosity. Let's see who got them. John Davis. Advisory warning. Singing Way. The Aldotron. Chris Missile. LB Take Two. Mayflower Kid. T. Lurf, whatever that means. WYCD Foxy Dragon. Babby68. Tony Rizzo. Greg Wright. Mr. Tomcat. Ethereal Pooch. Techno Apoc. Aquamace. DB. This Possum Knits. And Little Furrow. My God. Incredible generosity, Saucy. You are beautiful. Much appreciated. Everybody enjoy your gifted memberships, courtesy of Saucy Sea Witch. You now have access to a whole bunch of emotes. I think it's 17 or 18. I think we're at 17. Good morning to you, Rainy Baby. Good morning to everybody, all you space fans. Beautiful to see you in whatever chat you happen to be lurking in. The vertical, the Twitch, the regular YouTube. It's always good to see you. It's always good to see you, I must say. The second season is out. I gotta watch it. Don't tell me anything. No spoilers. No spoilers. I don't have an Amazon Prime anymore, so I'll have to find some sort of circuitous way to watch it. Oh my god, the emotes, says Omega Star. Over on Twitch. Yes, indeed, the YouTube emotes. We still have to make some progress to get ourselves back to where we were before we lost all of our members. Unfortunately, when YouTube terminated the account, that also terminated all of your memberships. We have not yet gotten back to even where we were last year. We're making progress, not to say that we're not making progress. We are, in fact. We are, in fact, making progress. Slow, steady progress. Boy, are you on early. That's right, Glitch Master. I am on early. Today is an impromptu stream for a momentous situation. I mean, come on. You expect me to not live stream the first ever Peace Summit of the Trump Board of Peace? I mean, come on. This is historical. You got 2 different gift subs for 2 different creators. Wow. Living the dream over there. Marijuana is necessary to keep me human. Weed. Weed, is it? Yes. Well, you know. It's tough times right now. It's tough times. Well, I mean, I hope everybody's been doing well today. More like the League of Evil. Yep. Yep, that's basically what it is. I see a Norwegian flag. Is Norway? I can't remember if Norway actually accepted it. I don't know if they. I'm not sure how specific they were about the graphics around here. Who is actually part of this Board of Peace? I know somebody did a good map of this. I think it was Al Jazeera. Norway. See, that's what I was saying. I didn't think that they had yet accepted it. Uh-oh. Look, it's getting serious. You got at least multiple human rights violators on the stage. Board of Peace must be starting. This guy right here is I think he is there's like multiple billionaires on the panel. Of course, it costs $1 million to get on the Board of Peace. So you gotta, is it $1 million or is it $1 billion? I can't remember how much. It's a lot. Is it $1 billion? Well, since this is getting hot over here, getting warmed up real quick over here, I gotta hear this one more time. I need this one more time, just to get me. I gotta be 100% in the mood for this peace. This whole Board of Peace. Action packed.
this board is completely formed, we can do pretty much whatever we want to do.
We can do pretty much whatever we want to do, it's true. Here we go, people. I'm ready. Are you ready? I am ready. I am so ready for peace. More ready than I've ever been. So very ready. Everybody's saying it. Oh, look who it is. It's the Supreme Leader. It's the Supreme Leader of the Board of Peace, the man himself.
Cyclone Cheeto.
Victor Orban's in there. I could have at least one Saudi prince, a few billionaires, multiple, like at least a half a dozen billionaires. Really? Are we really listening to this is the music that This is really the music that they've chosen to walk on stage to. Honestly, their music choice is better than mine. Honestly, I give up. Am I supposed to beat that? This is wild. This is so stupid. Oh, yeah. Look at Trump. He's having a great time. In my board of peace, he's better than the Nobel Prize. Everybody's saying that. Nobel Prize canceled, board of peace. Here forever. It's me. Look at me. Look at me. I even wore a purple tie. Look at that. Changing it up. You think he bought that specifically for this event? Look at that tie. Rubio's got blue. JD's got red. Trump, purple. Usually it's the pink. It's like the hot pink. Today it's like a lavender. Like somewhere between a lavender and a lilac. What? Great music. Perfect music.
This is ridiculous!
Good? Okay.
Look at Susie over here. Where's Tony? Where's Tony Blair? Did he get dropped from the Supreme Board of Peace? My mom is going to be so upset they used this song. I'm sorry, B-Cat's mom. Look. Nothing is sacred anymore, okay? That's what I'd like to say to you. Message to B-Cat's mom. Nothing is sacred. 2026. Write that down.
Good?
Mm-hmm.
It was a giant board of peace.
Mini Doctor with a gifted membership over on YouTube. Karen K 4540. Thank you, Mitty. Much appreciated, my guy. Look at all the gifted membies flying around on YouTube. It is beautiful. It is glorious. It's wonderful. Fantastic. Triumphant. Goddamn beautiful. It's great. Goddamn glorious. This camera work is just immaculate. I'm getting the full picture right now of this guy's jacket. What happened to the Okay, hold on. What the fuck? All right, I'm muting this again. I'm going back to our music. I love how they're just playing like the most copyrighted music of the 80s right now. Just like the It's like they're genuinely hoping people get copyright struck or something. Like, honestly, I do feel like that's kind of what they're doing, right? Like, it's what the police do, right? Like, they play, like, copyrighted music, hope that streams get taken down so they can do, you know, unspeakable things to protesters. Hold on, I gotta do something real quick. I'm gonna edit this real fast. Oh my god. There we go. Jesus Christ, that's moving slow. Is this the vertical stream? Yes, it is. Yes, it is, Wedge Wizard. You are in the vertical. He's gonna bust out Enya next, probably. Anything. Yeah. Oh, what a strange time to be alive. Just the unhinged dictator of the United States. Just declaring himself the arbiter of peace. From here until the end of the universe. And then inviting a bunch of, like, war criminals and human rights violators and billionaire oligarchs to figure out how to solve peace. It's worse than the World Economic Forum somehow. Somehow it's worse. Somehow it's drastically worse than the World Economic Forum. I think that's saying a lot. I think that's saying a lot. It's supposed to be a shadow UN, instead it looks like a PTA meeting. Yep, it's exactly what it looks like. That's exactly what it looks like, Smitty. 100%. Does anyone know where I can find the receipts for the biohazard incinerators at ICE facilities? Probably with the Epstein files. Where's Satan's chair? Good question. Good question. Where is Satan's chair? Also, where is the butt baby? Where is Satan's butt baby? A lot of questions. I got a lot more questions than I do have answers. Only U.S. flags. Yes. This is America first. We do need more flags, it's true. Honestly, this is like, considering everything, like, with Donald Trump, you know how much he loves flags. Like, we all know how much Donald Trump loves a good flag. And it's weird that Donald Trump would not have like only 6 flags on the stage. That's it. I mean, we're talking about this guy. He loves flags. Literally, like he has physical relations with flags. We have evidence of it. I mean, look at him. Look at him manhandling this poor flag. He loves flags. Only 6 flags? That's all we're gonna get? I mean, come on. It's the Board of Peace we're talking about. We should have 60 flags at the very least. That's how I know Donald Trump is actually dead and he's just a robot. You know how they were saying that about Joe Biden? I'm fairly certain it's happened with Trump as well. He died months ago. He's not just a robot. The real Donald Trump would not allow this. 6 flags? That's not enough flags. That's not even more flags than the stupid theme park cats. You know? We can't even beat Carnival or whatever it's called. I can't remember the parent company. Maybe Six Flags is owned by them. I can't remember who. We can't even beat a stupid roller coaster. Can't even get 7. Can't even get 7 flags. Look at all these turds lining up over here. Nice, we got Argentina and Hungary on board. Good. And Egypt and Qatar and Uzbekistan. His board is lined with the best of the best. I can't help it. I've been talking Six Flags too much. These Six Flags got me thinking Six Flags. It's very confusing. My brain. Do you really believe the administrative capacity to rule planet Earth is... There's not enough administrative capacity in this room to run a McDonald's, let alone planet Earth. Okay, why isn't this loading?
There once was a town that worked so hard, there was just no time for play. But that all changed on this one particular day.
We can't even get the Six Flags old guy. Like, that's how bad this meeting is, okay? We got Six Flags, no dancing old guy. Bunch of demented idiots. Instead. It's a very sad state of affairs, if you ask me. Jonathan Donald J. Does everybody see the name? Can everybody see the wait. We can't. Okay. Oh, okay. It's on both sides. Thank God. Oh my God. The Donald J. Trump Institute of Peace. Oh God. It's one of the funniest sentences I've ever heard. I can't get over it. The Donald J. Trump Institute of Peace. Ah, so glorious. If you ask me, it needs to be at least 3 times as big. Sorry, it's a Zoolander joke. The Derek J. Zoolander Institute for kids who can't read good and want to do other things good as well. What is this, an institute for ants? Should be at least 3 times as big.
Well, to tell you the truth, I was a little hesitant at first, Mr. Mugatu. I mean, you've never hired me before, and I've been around
for ages and ages. You've been around for a long, long time. I never wanted anything from you. And now you're retired. I can't have you. And it's funny how it switches like that. But now the forbidden fruit must be tasted.
Well, when Maury told me what you were willing to do, I
give you the Derek Zoolander Center for Kids Who Can't Read Good.
is this?
A center for ants? What?
Oh, look! Oh, all the big boys are here.
Don't worry about it,
Little Marco. Slender Man's here. Steve Whitcoff. Ouch fucker.
A lot of quality time with my wife.
Oh God! Everybody's applauding for the supreme leader. Great job, clapping.
Well, thank
everybody.
you very much. This is a big day, and lots of people watching, and especially from other countries, the leaders of, as you know, the other countries, because we have a large group of leaders, and the ones that aren't here are watching on Zoom. I hope they enjoy it. And the press, we appreciate it very much, so respectful. You've been so respectful of what we're doing. What we're doing is very simple, peace. It's called the Board of Peace, and it's all about an easy word to say, but a hard word to produce, peace. But we're going to produce it.
Hard to say.
A really good job, and some of these leaders
Easy to say, hard to
that
do.
are with us have helped me very much during just this first year. We have a first year like probably no other ever in our country, because we
Best, the very best.
settled 8 wars and I think a 9th to come. It's turned out to be a tougher one. I thought that was going to be the easiest one. But with war, you never know what's easy and what's not so easy. But we've had a great relationship, and I've become friendly with so many of the people. And I appreciate you being here. These are great people. These are great leaders. And the people that are watching by closed circuit and open circuit in many cases. They're so proud of it. They want it to be open. But they become incredible friends of mine.
Also closed and also open circuit.
You know, we rebuilt our country in my first term, and now we're at a point that the United States has never seen before. We broke 50,000 on the Dow. They said that would take 4 years. We broke 7,000 on the S&P. They said you couldn't do that within 4 years. It would be impossible. And when I came in, they were all saying, if you could get to anywhere close to 45,000, it would be amazing achievement over 4 years. Well, we hit 50,000 in the first year, and we hit 7,000, which was actually tougher to do, according to the Wall Street geniuses. We hit 7,000 in the first year. They said it could take 4 or 5 years. They'd be very happy. It would have been a great job. We did it in one. But we're doing a great job. Board of Peace is one of the most important and consequential things I think that I'll be involved in. We've been involved in a lot, and really I've been involved in a lot with the people up here. We work together on ending wars with their country. Some of the wars were 32 years long, 32, 34, and a 37. That's a long time, and we ended it in about 2 days, each one of those.
Wait, the sound. Why is the sound so fucked up over
and
here?
we're getting it done. Gaza is
What in the shit?
Very complex.
Hold on,
It's
I'm finding a
been
different
amazing.
stream. I just
wanna thank
realized
Steve
that the
and Jared
sound is
for
like
an amazing
out of
job.
sync with the video.
Marco's over there watching.
Oh my God, that's
everybody's fantastic, and JD, what a job they were all doing. This is a team. I
Everybody's
think it's the best
fantastic.
team ever assembled, and you see that by the
Very
results.
best.
So today is a tremendous honor to welcome you all to the United States Institute of Peace for the inaugural meeting of the Board of Peace. Very important. I believe it's the most consequential board, certainly in terms of power and in terms of prestige. There's never been anything close, because these are the greatest world leaders. Almost everybody's accepted, and the ones that haven't will be. Some are playing a little cute. It doesn't work. You can't play cute with me.
Some people are playing
They're playing
cute.
a little bit, but
They are playing cute. I don't. What is that? They're playing
ticket
cute?
record in the history of soccer. In the history, nobody's ever seen anything like it. The
Nobody's ever seen it. Best
virtually
World Cup.
complete. Nobody's ever seen anything. So congratulations, you made a good decision. We did it together. Thank you, Johnny. Great guy. So I want to thank the many leaders and dignitaries who have traveled great distances and lengths for the important gathering that we're at right now. This building was built for peace, and nobody knew what to name it. And then Marco named it after me. I had nothing to do with it. I swear I didn't. I swear, I had no idea. They said there's a surprise coming. I didn't know that surprise. I thought they were going to give me a lot of money or something, maybe cash. You could always use some extra cash. But
Maybe cash.
Stopped the beautiful beast. I got out very safely, I'm sure, and looked up, and there it said, Donald J. Trump on the building.
Maybe cash.
When I say
I guess that's almost as
nothing
good.
to do. Nobody believes it.
What is wrong
I
with this
appreciated
guy?
it. It was Marco and JD and a group got together and they did that, and I just thought it was very nice. And it makes me work harder. We're going to have to work harder. We're going to have to make this building much more important. They built it's brand new.
I thought
They built
maybe
it for peace,
cash.
but nobody
But
occupied it. You know,
no,
nobody knew
something else.
what the purpose of
Something
it.
almost as good.
The architecture is so beautiful.
My name on
It's,
another building.
With the meeting rooms, the reception rooms, it's really amazing. Who would think that it was built without anybody in mind or anything in mind, and then the State Department took it over. They liked it. Marco came over one day. He saw this. He said, "This building is great," and he actually claimed it. Right? He claimed it, and that's what he does. Where is Marco? I said, Marco.
He just showed up and he took it. He said, "This is
claimed it,
ours
and he took it
now,
away
in
from
the name
about
of
5 groups that wanted it. It was,
America."
It was done very quickly, very methodically, but it was really built so beautifully in such a beautiful building. But we work together to ensure the brighter future for the people of Gaza, the Middle East, and the entire world. I think that the Board of Peace, because it's mostly leaders and unbelievably respected people, but mostly leaders of Middle Eastern countries, countries from all over the world, and they've been very generous with money also. And the United States, which I'll say in a moment, is also very generous with money because there's nothing more important than peace. And there's nothing less expensive than peace. You know, when you go to wars, it costs you 100 times what it costs to make peace. We have a man at the end right there that's smiling because you learned that after 30 years of fighting, right? 30 years of fighting, we got it done. I want to thank you very much. That was a great thing you did. You and your new friend, they came to my office and they said, I've been fighting for 22 years. Now you're there for 23 years, right? But I've been fighting for 22 years. That's all I've done is fight this gentleman. And his counterpart was there for 7 years. He said, I've been there for 7 years. All I've done is fight this gentleman. And we had it worked out in about 24 hours, right? And it's been a good piece of that. I think they've become friends. I'm not sure I'm allowed to say that, but I think so. I think they've become friends, right? Right. Great. Stand up. Stand up. These are two tough cookies, too. You think that was easy? It wasn't easy. These are two tough people, good people, but tough people. But, you know, we're in the Oval Office, and we were getting near. But the one was at one side of the room. I have two chairs right in front of the desk, the beautiful, resolute desk. One's over here. One's on the other side of the room. I said, fellas, could you get a little closer? Well, I don't. They felt very uncomfortable. You know, they've been killing each other for 32 years. So I say, can you get a little closer? After 1 hour, they were right next to each other. We made a deal. They hugged. They signed. And we had peace with two very important countries. And I'll never forget it. So they started off a little weak, and they ended up really strong. And you can be very proud of yourselves. It was a beautiful thing to see. Thank you. Look at that. Can you believe it? 32 years. Thank you. Thank you very much. But we're honored to be joined today by Prime Minister Rama of Albania. President, where is President Milei? You're another one, I'll tell you. Where is President Milei? I endorsed him. I'm not supposed to be endorsing people, but I endorse, when I like people, you know, I've had a very good record of endorsing candidates within the United States. But now I endorse foreign leaders, including Viktor Orban, who's here, and others. And I endorse this gentleman, Millet. He was a little behind in the polls. He ended up winning in a landslide. I just endorsed the Prime Minister of Japan. She was in a tight race, but was probably going to win. And she won in the largest number in the history of Japan. So she likes me a lot. But it was an honor, and you're doing well. Oh, look, they're sitting right next, Victor. I think, but ultimately, I think I'm going to end up endorsing. Hey, look, as long as it works, it's okay with me. But the endorsement seems to be working in foreign countries, too, so that's good. But nice to have you both. Victor, nice to have you both. Very proud of you. The Prime Minister of another, really just a great guy, Pashinyan of Armenia. President Aliyev of Azerbaijan. I love saying that name now, you know. At the beginning, it was giving me a hard time. Now I love saying it. It's a beautiful name. I love it. His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa of Bahrain. Bahrain. Thank you. Thank you. Where are you? Where are you? He's so rich, he can sit there. He can sit wherever the hell he wants. You know, he could sit up in the corner. He could sit up top. He might take a piece of this building, Marco. He'll take 25% of the building for about $6 billion. Thank you. And you've been very generous also. We appreciate it. Prime Minister Hun Manet of Cambodia. Raise your hand wherever you may be. Because, yeah, hi, how are you? Congratulations. That was another one, right? We did a good job with that one. Prime Minister Madbouli of Egypt. Thank you very much, and say hello to the General slash.
I'm going to prove to everybody that I can say words.
Prime Minister.
I'm going to read everybody's
Orban
name one
of
by
Hungary,
one.
who has my complete and total endorsement for election. Not everybody in Europe
Perfect
loves
endorsement.
that endorsement. But that's okay. He does an unbelievable job. He's done an incredible job on immigration, unlike some countries that have hurt themselves, but they're working on it. But I just want to let you know, you have my total and complete endorsement, and I'm putting it out. I already did, but I'm putting it out again. And you're coming up with an election, and I think you should be good. I'll tell you, Millet did pretty well. He was a little down, right? And then he ended up winning in a landslide, so that's pretty good. You're going to do great, Victor. Thank you very much for being here. Appreciate it. You run a great country.
Great job,
A man
Vic.
that I really
Great job,
like
Vic.
a lot is
That's my boy,
definitely
Vic.
tough. I don't want to fight him. President Prabowo of Indonesia. Thank you very much. Please, this is a big guy. I tell you, I said, how many people in Indonesia? He said, like 240 million. I said, no, say it again. How many? It's a big country you have. And you do a great job and respected by everybody. And thank you very much for being here. Thank you very much, Mr. President. President Tokayev of Kazakhstan, thank you very much. What a country that is. It's
What a great
wonderful
country.
and a rich country, in case anybody has any question. We have some
Beautiful,
very
rich
people.
country, Kazakhstan.
President Osmani of Kosovo. President, thank you very much. Great job you're doing, too. Thank you very much. Prime Minister Sharif, I like this man, of Pakistan, because there was some fighting going on when I got to know him, and your Field Marshal, General, great General, great Field Marshal, a great guy. And
aren't I a good guy?
I got to meet the Prime Minister. And he said in front of our Chief of Staff, Susie Wells, who's right here, he said, you know, nobody knows this, but I believe that President Trump saved 25 million lives when he stopped the war between us and India, right? You made that statement? I said 25 million lives? Could have been much more, actually. But it was really a beautiful thing. You said that in front of a group of people they walked out. They don't think about it, but you're talking about that kind of lives. That war was raging. Planes were being shot down, right? And it was Pakistan and India. And I got on the phone with both of them, and I knew them a little bit. I knew Prime Minister Modi very well, actually. I got to know Pakistan through a little trade. They were trying to make too good a deal, and I got a little upset with them. And in the end, they got what they wanted, right?
Too good a
And
deal.
they made a good deal. And I got to like them, the Prime Minister.
I'm the only one that can make good
fighter,
deals.
right? Good, serious fighter. I like good fighters, actually.
Tough, serious, good man
And
fighter.
when I heard that they were
Word.
fighting, I pick up a certain newspaper. I won't tell you which one.
Words, noun.
Fake news,
Noun,
whatever.
adjective.
But I picked
Man.
up this newspaper and I saw that Pakistan and India were really going at it. And then it got worse and worse, and many planes were shot down. It was all out. And I called them. I said, "Listen,
It's all out
I'm
war.
not doing trade deals with you two guys if you don't settle this up." They said, "No, that has both of them." They didn't want to do that. I said, "No, it has to. If you don't do it, I'm
No
not doing a trade
tariffs.
deal."
I
They're not
will
doing a
tariff
trade
you.
deal. And they do a lot of business with the United States, and they sort of softened up all of a sudden. And all of a sudden, I read where there was a little bit of a pullback by one and the other, and all of a sudden we worked out a deal, right? But I said, if you fight, I'm going to put 200% tariffs on each of your countries, which essentially makes you not allowed, you can't do any business. One of them...
Can't really do business that way.
No! Can't do that. They both wanted to fight. But when it came to money, nothing like money. When it came to losing a lot of money, they said...
Nothing
"We don't
like
wanna
money.
fight." And we solved that deal in 2-3 days, right? And we did. We said, these are two very powerful...
What is
countries,
Steve writing
nuclear
down right now?
nations.
What the
I don't wanna say
hell
what was
is
gonna
Steve
happen,
Witkoff
but,
writing down?
Bad things happen.
He's taking notes on this
So,
speech.
Prime Minister, I want to thank you because that was a very big deal. People have no idea. A lot of them say, "Oh, well, they weren't fighting." They were fighting. 11 jets were shot down, very expensive jets, and they were all in. Both of them were all in.
Very
Now they're
expensive.
not, and I think we'll always be able to settle up with them. I really do. I think you're going to have, it's a lot of progress was made even in the relationship. And Prime Minister Modi also, he's a great man. He's a great guy. They're all great. But I was very proud of it. President Pena of Paraguay is here. President, thank you very much. Young, handsome guy.
Oh my God. Is he really
Nice to
gonna
be
do
young and
roll
handsome.
call?
Doesn't mean we have
Is
to
he
like
really gonna do this right
I don't
now?
like young, handsome
Really
men.
One by one.
Women.
I don't like young, handsome men.
Men, no, I don't.
Where's the evidence for that? I don't like
That's right.
young, handsome
That's right.
men.
Thank you very much. You're
Since
doing a great
when?
job, too. His Excellency-
Since when? I thought Donald Trump loved young, handsome men.
Just a
Look at this handsome guy.
man,
Beautiful man.
great man, and
It's gorgeous.
highly respected.
Huge penis on that.
Working with
Arnold Palmer, I don't know if you heard. That thing
I always
is
say
enormous.
he needs a public
like a-
relations agency because
It's like a
you do so
snake. It's
much
like some
good.
angry. It's like an
They have
angry
you down as
anaconda.
evil. And you're not evil. You help us so much, and you're such a good ally. And I just want people to know that. And the Emir is incredible, smart, as smart as you can be, a great leader. And he cares so much for the people. And he cares so much for the Middle East. So I want to thank you very much and send my regards. Your country has been a great help. So, surprising to some of the people writing out there, but now they'll start changing their tune because it's true. I only tell the truth. Prime Minister Don of Romania, wonderful people. The Romanian people are fantastic, fantastic people, like you're fantastic. And a lot of them come and work in this country and help us in this country, as you know, and it's they are just really, really solid people. President Mirziyoyev of Uzbekistan, who is where? There he is, and a friend of mine. He's got one of the most difficult names in history, but that's okay. It doesn't matter. Your country's doing great. You're doing great, and there's no problems. Every time I see him, nope, we're doing good. No problems. And General Secretary To Lam.
What did he
of
just
Vietnam.
say?
Vietnam is incredible as a country and as a force. It's an honor to have you. Really great honor to have you. A lot of respect.
Oh my God.
A lot of respect for your country. We're also want to express my gratitude to Vice President J.D. Vance, who is a fantastic man. He's a fantastic talent. He was a great student. He went to one school. He graduated. You know, most people, if you watch some of the people that were at the event in Munich, they didn't graduate quickly from college.
I can't get past it. The most difficult name in history.
Young,
Everybody's saying it.
woman. She was unable
Can't
to
is
answer
really tough.
questions.
Hard to say that one.
And she didn't do so well like J.D. did in college. J.D. graduated in a 4.5-year college in 2 years. And then he went to Yale and he graduated at the top of his class, went to the military grade. But when he went to Yale, there was one person that was marginally ahead of him. So he married her. Can you believe it? He married the person that was ahead. I don't know. I always like to say J.D. was first and Usha was second, because I get a little uncomfortable when I say them. But he's been incredible. He's a brilliant
Donald
guy.
Trump spent a lot of quality time with my wife.
All of our people. We have a fantastic group of people, our cabinet members, everybody, many of them here. But J.D.'s been great. Thank you very much. He gets a little bit tough on occasion. We've got to slow him down just a little bit on occasion. He says his mind. Now, then we have the opposite extreme. We have your friend sitting in the back, your best friend sitting in the back.
Steve.
Marco.
Steve will do anything.
Marco does it with a velvet glove.
Oh, little Marco.
It's a kill. Right?
He doesn't care. Little Marco, he'll do whatever I say.
Don't
worry about it, little Marco.
Gentlemen.
And Marco, you really did yourself proud 2 days ago in Munich. In fact, so proud that I almost terminated his employ because they were saying, why can't Trump do this? I do, but I say it differently. But Marco,
This guy is unhinged.
don't do any better than you did, please. Because if you do, you're out of here. But no, he got...
If you do better,
I
you're
want
out.
my guys to do great. And the acclaim he's gotten and the acclaim J.D. gets is great. We have smart
What
people.
is he talking about?
And when you see the representatives there, like Gavin Newsom, he
no
didn't
idea
know
what
what he
he's
was doing.
talking about.
They didn't even know why. He didn't know why he was there. Or AOC, she was unable to answer a simple question. And she could have said, well, I'm studying it, and I'll report back to you next week. You know, you can get away with that. But she just went...
A what now?
It's actually... I think it could be a career-ending answer, because for 25 years, anybody running against her, I think Susie is going to use that little piece of stuff. It was not good. What? It was not good. That was not a natural. So I want to thank
What the
JD.
hell
I
is
want
he
to thank
talking
Secretary
about?
of State Marco Rubio. They're extraordinary. I want to thank Special Envoy for Peace, Steve Witkoff, who has been unbelievable. You know, I took Steve because I was a developer in New York, really successful, actually much more successful than Steve, but I don't want to say that. I'm not going to say that, Johnny. I refuse to say it. I saw something in Steve. Steve's a great negotiator. Everybody loved
Look
him.
at Steve.
All these developers, and they're tough. You know, New York developers tend to be on the tough side. And
Oh my
you know,
God.
most of them hate each other. Like a lot of the people in this room hate each other. You know, it's sort of natural, I guess. But we're bringing love back into the room like the old days. But everybody loves Steve. Every developer, the worst, most evil people, horrible human beings, actually. And they love Steve. So I remember this, and we had some conflicts, to put it mildly, in the world. And I said, Steve, how would you like to be Henry Kissinger Jr. that doesn't leak?
Steve.
I said, are you a leaker, Steve? No.
How'd you like to
He
be
didn't
the
even know what
non-leaking
word meant, and
Kissinger?
It's true. I always say Henry Kissinger, who was one of the great leakers of all time, by the way. Richard Nixon said to him, Henry,
The greatest
Henry,
leaker.
who's leaking all this stuff? I don't know, Mr. President. It was Henry. It was like, these are little stories I like telling you. But Steve is
My favorite story.
unbelievable. Everybody likes him. Ukraine loves him. Europe loves him. Russia loves him. I mean, there's nothing wrong with this. He goes to see President Putin. Didn't know Putin. I set him up a meeting to see. I said, how's Steve doing? Sir, he's still inside. Oh, that was an hour. I called back. Tell Steve to call me when he's finished. I want to find out what the hell is going on. We want to end that war. Sir, he's still inside. 3 hours, 4 hours. They were together for 4 hours, the first meeting. That's talent. And they get along. I mean, people like or don't like Putin or Zelensky. They get along. Same thing with Zelensky. I mean, they all love Steve, and Steve's doing a great job. That's a tough one. That's a much tougher one. I would have thought that some of the ones that we settled that are up here would have been. I thought this would be easy because I have a very good relationship with President Putin. I have a very good relationship with President Xi. I'm going to be going to China in April. That's going to be a wild one. I said, but we have to put on the biggest display you've ever had in the history of China. You know, last time I went to China, President Xi, he treated me so well. He gave me a display. I never saw so many soldiers all the same height, exactly the same height within a quarter of an inch. You can do that when you have 1.4 billion people. You know, lots of shoulders. Everybody was within about 1/8 of an inch the same height. I said, if they put their helmets down, you could have played pool on the top of their heads. And it was pretty amazing. But I said, you got to top it. He said, I'll top it. We're going to top it. We're going to have a lot of the people, most of the fake news back there is going to be going. So we have, Steve has done a great job. And then a little bit later on, we brought Jared in. Jared was responsible for the Abraham Accords, which is incredible. Nobody else could have done that. A very smart guy. And we're making Jared an envoy also, envoy of peace. They're both envoys of peace. And you couldn't get two. I tell you what, I watch these two guys. I say, at least we're covered from an IQ standpoint. These two guys walk into a room. And but people like them both, you know. They're good people. And they like them both. And they've had some very good meetings. They've had some very interesting meetings having to do with, as you know, Iran is a hot spot right now, and they're meeting, and they have a good relationship with the representatives of Iran. And good talks are being had. It's proven to be, over the years, not easy to make a meaningful deal with Iran. We have to make a meaningful deal. Otherwise, bad things happen. But we have to make a meaningful deal. But they have a great relationship with the representatives of Iran. They have a great relationship with the other one that they're really working on now, because so many of these, I mean, as an example, Kosovo, Serbia. I did that one.
Kosovo, Serbia. I did it.
When you're here, just stand up for a second.
I did it. I solved it.
Stand up. What a job. Thank you very much. We appreciate it. So good. And you're getting along.
What in the hell
And when you
is he
don't get
talking
along,
about?
you'll call me, and we'll get it solved, right? We'll get it solved. Thank you very much. Really good. And then again, Pakistan and India. That was a big one. And just, I think you should actually stand. Come, please. Stand just for a second.
Please
Pakistan
stand.
and India, thank you very much. And I spoke to Prime Minister Modi. He's excited. He's watching us right now. Egypt and Ethiopia. We're going to get that. You know, there's a little dam that got built. Little dam, like maybe the largest dam in the world. Built and financed, of course, by the United States brilliantly. And having a little trouble getting water to the Nile.
Okay, I can't believe how long this is going. Like, he's just I'm just gonna pause it real quick. Just for two things, because I also wanted to shout out, not shout out, but like mention the super chats that we got earlier. I don't know, I thought there'd be a natural breaking point. Why I would think that in a Trump speech, I don't know. Clearly I was naive, but thank you from Breeze Dorling for the chat. They should change the name to Board of Peace. B-O-E-D. Maywormy. With incredibly generous super chat, how anyone could be proud of this fool running the country is a complete farce. Embarrassing as an American. Yep. Anyway, thank you to both of you. Your generosity is much appreciated. So many donations from you all today on this impromptu Board of Peace stream. Reminder to everybody, before we continue on here, while I've seen a lot of donations on YouTube, just a reminder, your money could go further. Your money could technically go further if you were to be contributing to both the financing of the... Actually, I guess we don't actually have a galactic content goal, do we? Never mind, I take it back. But we're still trying to finance the galactic deficit. Only halfway through, but we got like less than 1/3 of the month to go. And of course, the ways to contribute to the financing of the Galactic Deficit are Cash App, PayPal, and Patreon. All right, back to this. I mean, has anybody noticed the tone of all of this? Like, the first 15 minutes, he's, like, just talking about how, like, the Dow and the S&P and, like, money. Like honestly, maybe longer than that. But, for most of this, all he's been talking about is, like, money and tariffs. And he also like shit out. Look at Steve Wigcup over there. He's like, and actually, I'm a much better real estate guy than Steve, but Steve's pretty good, and that's why he's in charge of the Board of Peace, and like a bunch of other. Like, it's just insane. I just don't even understand. I don't even understand what's happening here. And then he just started taking roll call, just like going down the list to be like, everybody, you're all perfect and great because you're here. Anybody who's not here sucks.
It's a tough situation, but we're going to get that solved. Armenia and Azerbaijan we talked about, and again, thank you fellas very much. Great job. Great job.
We talked about how it's my favorite word. Favorite word, Azerbaijan.
So incredible what you did, that you got together and it all worked out. They're watching right now on closed circuit. Thank you very much, and thank you. That was a big one, Cambodia and Thailand. These are nasty fighters, I have to tell you. These fighters are nasty. Now we talk about, you talk nasty.
Have you ever seen a Cambodian before?
You're nice guys compared to this.
Steve.
Congo and Rwanda. That was, and we've got them pretty peaceful. There's little flare-ups every once in a while. I'll get a call once a week. Sir, there's
Mostly
a flare-up
peace.
in the Congo
Mostly
again.
pretty good.
We'll get it straightened out, right, Susie? We get it straightened out. And Israel, as you know, with you could say Israel and numerous countries if you want to really know the truth, but Israel and Iran, and we'll see where that goes. But when you think of Israel, we've done the biggest thing of all. We have peace in the Middle East right now. That's bigger than people said it couldn't be done. For 3,000 years, they've been talking about Middle East. They said it couldn't be done. And you look at what's happened in Gaza. And one of the keys to it was when we took those beautiful, magnificent, we just ordered 22 more of them, updated model. The B-2 bombers are incredible. I never understood the B-2 bomber. I'd watch, it's a wing. And I've never quite understood that, Johnny. I'd look at it, I'd say it was beautiful, but what does it do? It carries very big bombs. And it went into Iran, and it totally decimated the nuclear potential. And when it decimated that, all of a sudden we had peace in the Middle East, because there was a black cloud hanging over the Middle East, and if that wasn't done, that cloud would have been there. And countries like Saudi Arabia, countries like Qatar, countries like, nobody could have signed. You would have had that threat. Nobody could have had, you couldn't have had peace in the Middle East. So now we may have to take it a step further, or we may not. Maybe we're going to make a deal. You're going to be finding out.
Now we have it. Don't worry.
Probably 10 days.
Real peace.
But this meeting today is proof with determined leadership, nothing is impossible.
I love how he's saying that we currently have peace in the Middle East while people are still being murdered in Gaza and Israel is annexing the West Bank. And he is literally preparing for a war with Iran. We have peace in the Middle East for now. Like tomorrow. There is no peace right now.
When I took office, the war in Gaza was raging with thousands of people being killed and no end in sight. Today, thanks to unrelenting diplomacy and the commitment of many of the great people in this room, we have 59 countries signed up on Gaza. Think of that. We have, it's amazing. But all the people, many, really so many in this room, the war in Gaza is over. It's over. There are little flames. Hamas has been, I think, going to give up their weapons, which is what they promised.
Oh my God, I'm sorry. I can't handle it. For many people in this room, the war on Gaza is on all the people who were not experiencing the war firsthand. The genocide, everybody who's literally not being affected whatsoever by the act of genocide. It's like it's over to them. Those people who are literally not having to deal with any of the things happening on the ground. It's almost like it's over. It's for Steve and me. It's like it never even happened. Oh my gosh,
we have a demented, unintelligent person running the United States of America.
They'll be harshly met, very harshly met. They don't want that. All this stuff like they don't mind dying. They told me that's not true. Everyone said, oh, they don't mind dying. No, they don't want to die. They said, we don't want to die. People don't want to die. The ceasefire was held, and every last remaining hostage, both living and dead, has been returned back home. Think of that. That was an impossibility. And we did hundreds of hostages, but the last 20, and I always said to Steve and Jared, I said, the last 20 are going to be very tough, very, very tough. And we got them back. We got the living back, and then we only got about 16 of the dead. And we said, well, you got to get them all. You promised them all. And they dug and dug and dug. You can imagine it's a job that's brutal. And Hamas really did a lot of that work. And you got to give them credit for that. They brought the last
great job,
one
Hamas,
home a week ago, and we got all 28 of them.
Good job with the digging.
The amazing thing, because I've never seen anything quite like it, the parents of the dead, they knew their boy was dead. This case, boys, all boys, men, but to the parents' boys. They knew their boy was dead. They wanted that dead body as much as if he were alive. And when they got them back, there was great sadness, but there was great joy, too. They wanted it as much as the people that got their sons back alive. But we got a lot of people before those 20, Steve, what nobody talks about. But, hundreds of people. We did a good job, and you guys did a fantastic job. I want to thank every nation that helped us achieve this monumental breakthrough, saving countless lives, and really bringing peace and bringing the concept of peace, because nobody thought peace in the Middle East. I've always heard peace in the Middle East is impossible.
The concept of a plan of peace. Not actual peace, but the concept of it. The concept of a plan. Everybody knows it's actually better than actual peace. Just the concept. So in some ways, just the concept is much better than the actual thing.
Really bringing peace and bringing the concept of peace, because nobody thought peace in the Middle East. I've always heard peace in the Middle East is impossible, and it's turned out not to be. And we do have some work to do with Iran. They can't have a nuclear weapon. It's very simple. You can't have peace in the Middle East if they have a nuclear weapon. And they can't have a nuclear weapon. And they've been told that very strongly.
Aside from Israel,
since the hard-won ceasefire of last October, the United States and our partners have facilitated the delivery of vast amounts of humanitarian aid, numbers that nobody's ever seen before. In November, the United Nations Security Council unanimously approved the Board of Peace. And last month in Davos, we welcomed over 24 members to this very important new organization. And we are very closely working with the United Nations. In fact, I'm going to speak to the Secretary General in a little while. He's a good man. And I've had a good relationship. Other than in my last speech, they did turn off my teleprompter. I got up there. My teleprompter didn't work. I'm sitting in front of all of you people and more. Teleprompter. I knew I was in trouble because I'm walking up. The teleprompters are over here. I had the most beautiful speech ready. I was all set to knock them dead. First, I had an escalator that stopped. You know that. It's going up. Boom. It's lucky my movie star first lady was in front of me, because I put my hand on a certain part of her body. And I was able to stop my fall. Otherwise, because she had no trouble. I said, boy, that was a very sharp stop, Johnny.
Did he just call Melania a movie star? Oh my god, where is it? Whoa, what's happening? Oh, I know what's going on. How has that been going this whole goddamn time? Oh, shit. Why can't I get out of sampling?
Be best. Be best.
Be best, everyone. Be best. I'm sorry, that ruined it. That killed it. But calling Melania Trump a movie star is one of the funniest things I've ever heard. I'm not gonna lie. He's like, he must be trying to win points at home or something. I don't know what's going on here. I don't know if he's like contractually obligated to say one nice thing about Melania, like in the post-nuptial agreement. But this is fucking hilarious. She's a movie star, everybody. Amazon did a fucking $40 million like tithing to the king in the form of a documentary for Melania, and now she's a movie star? Really? The movie that 7 people have seen? Movie star.
Be best.
Melania Trump.
Part of body, and I was able to stop my fall. Otherwise, because she had no trouble, I said, boy, that was a very sharp stop, Johnny. So I said, that was strange. I've been on a lot of escalators. It's never happened before. Usually it stops very slowly. This was just boom. But our First Lady was right in the proper location for me. I'm waving to people.
Perfect.
And she was holding on a little tighter. She knew what was happening. She did. She said, that's a very successful movie out right now, like #1. Can you believe this? And it's a big movie.
#1.
Big movie star. And I always say it's trouble because I always say there's not room in one family for 2 stars. I told her that. We can't have 2 stars in one family. So I don't know what that means, but it's not good. But it is good because people in the United States.
Omega Star just cheered 100 bits. I miss Joe Biden.
Biggest selling documentary in 20 years.
I'm staying in the race.
Yeah. At this point, I would take a box of tissues over Donald Trump. By the way, I'm looking at the latest stories, and it would seem that Melania is definitely not #1. That seems to be... I don't know who told Donald Trump that Melania is #1 at the box office, but it is not. It is definitely not #1.
Can you believe the theaters are all packed? Women especially, they go back and they see it 2 or 3 times, 4 times. But together we're committed to achieving a Gaza that is properly governed throughout. The whole area is going to be, so many countries that have really nothing to do with the Middle East, but they're maybe somewhat close by. They're all involved. They want to go in and fight. They tell me all the time, we'd like to send soldiers to fight if it's necessary. And I don't think it's going to be necessary. We have 2 countries that want to go in and do a number on Hamas. I said, I really don't think I hope it's not going to be necessary, because they made a promise, and they promised me, get rid of their weapons. Looks like they're going to be doing that, but we'll have to find out. But it's no longer a hotbed of radicalism and terror. And to end that, we have today, and I'm pleased to announce that Kazakhstan, Azerbaijan, UAE, Morocco, Bahrain, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, Uzbekistan, and Kuwait have all contributed more than $7 billion toward the relief package. That's great. Thank you, fellas. Thank you. And many more are contributing too. So the numbers are, this just started. This is our first meeting. But every dollar spent is an investment in stability and the hope of new and harmonious it's a region that's so important, it's so vibrant, it's so incredible. The people are so incredible, but we want to have a harmonious Middle East. The Middle East is amazing. So many friends in the Middle East, they're so smart. Sometimes they're too energetic. That's the, a lot of people aren't energetic. Sometimes they're a little bit too energetic. These are great people. The world is now waiting on Hamas, and that's taking place, and it's the only thing that's right now standing in the way. We have Lebanon with certain things that we're working on that are very important. We have to solve the problem of Lebanon, but it's relatively small in terms of what's been done. And again, the key was getting rid of the nuclear potential, because Iran would have had a nuclear weapon based on everything we found out since within 1 month. We can't let that happen. So many of our friends in Europe are attending today, and we're eager to have them become full members. They all want to become full members, and we've had a great response from Europe. And Europe is, it's where I come from, where so many people come from that are in the United States.
Everybody wants to be.
We have a great relationship with Europe. We have a great head of NATO. He is a fantastic man, and he's doing a great job, really great job. I'm excited to announce that Norway has agreed to host an event bringing together the Board of Peace. Oh, I thought when I saw this note, I'm excited to announce that Norway, I thought they were going to say that they're giving me the Nobel Prize. Oh, this is less exciting. Oh, it says, I'm excited to announce that Norway, and I'm saying, oh, great, I'm getting the Nobel Prize, finally. Finally, they got it right. But I don't care. I don't care about Nobel Prize. I care about saving lives, just so you understand.
I don't care.
We play and we all, do what we have to do. I only have one thing. I don't want to see people killed from parts of the world that are very far away from the United States. And if I have an ability to turn off wars, I want to use that ability, because it's people, millions of people. It's like the Prime Minister said, 25 million people maybe. And that's a small number compared to what it could have been if you really think about it, right? No, I want to save lives, and I don't care about prizes. In the UN Office for Coordination.
I don't care about prizes. Norway, they sent me a letter, and I thought, oh, great, Nobel Peace Prize. They finally woke up. And then they said they wanted to host a Board of Peace event. I was like, oh, that's less exciting, but I guess fine. Not as good, but okay. I don't even care about the medal. I just don't want people to die. But it's weird that they don't want to give it to me. I don't get it. I don't care. Just want to reiterate how little I care that I didn't get the medal, even though I clearly deserve it. That shows you just how great I really am.
Humanitarian assistance is raising $2 billion for the support of Gaza. Additionally, Japan has just committed to host an aid fundraiser, which will be a very big one. It's already successful. We know some of the numbers that are being talked about, which will be attended by other nations in the region, including South Korea, the Philippines, Singapore, and others. And I know that China is going to be involved, and I think Russia is going to be involved. I think they will be. I want to have everybody, get all sides, because it doesn't help when you have all sides with one ideology. You have to have everybody together for this.
Exactly.
I'm also pleased
you can't
to
just have the
announce
people
that
who are
FIFA
getting bombed.
will be helping to raise a total of
We can't just have the victims of war crimes or human rights violations. We also have to have the perpetrators, okay? It's got to be both sides. They're good people on both sides.
Omega Star just cheered 100 bits. I don't really care. Do you?
How can you not care? This is the most important. This is the most important thing that's happened in 2026. The inaugural Board of Peace meeting summit at the Trump Institute of Peace. Nothing more prestigious or historic. Write that down.
$5 million for projects in Gaza, and I think they're soccer related, where you're doing fields and you're getting the greatest stars in the world to go there, and people that are bigger stars than you and I, Johnny. I hate to say it, I
Bigger
met
than
one
you
of
and
your
me.
great stars who came to the White House, as you know.
Is Johnny Infantino at the Board of Peace? Of course he is. We gotta have soccer. People are telling me it's very hot right now. Gotta have it for peace. That's why Johnny's here. My guy Johnny. I'm still holding the FIFA World Cup hostage in the White House basement. That's right, Johnny. If you don't do what I want, I'm just gonna give the cup to me. I deserve it most. I'm the best soccer player.
My
Everybody
son
knows.
was very excited. He's
Or as
these
some
are
people
great
call it,
people.
football.
These are great people. And Johnny's going to bring the stars to the area. And they're really known. People in Gaza know every one of them, right? You know? So it's really something. And we'll soon be detailing the announcement. And if I can do, I'll get over there with you. I want to thank Johnny and FIFA for all of the wonderful things they did and are doing. They gave me their first Peace Prize. They gave me a Peace Prize. I think they saw that I got screwed by Norway, and they said, let's give him a Peace Prize. I mean, very good. Thank you, Johnny. I appreciate it. Johnny's very smart.
Thank you, Johnny.
He's
I don't really
very,
want
very
prizes,
smart.
but when people give them to me, I'm
The,
very... I love how he just got the... I don't really care about the Nobel Peace Prize. Thank you, Johnny, for the FIFA Peace Prize. Thank you, Johnny, for your fake Peace Prize, which is much better than the actual Nobel Peace Prize. A lot of people are telling me it's actually much better. Thank you. I don't actually care about it, but thank you.
Nations represented here today, just in closing, are not just contributing money. Some are also pledging personnel to help preserve the ceasefire and secure a very enduring peace. We have to have enduring peace. Having peace, knowing it's going to blow up in 2 weeks doesn't mean anything. In particular, Indonesia, thank you very much. Indonesia. It's a great country. Thank you very much.
Very best.
Look at that man. Look how tough he is. You think it's easy dealing with him?
Aside
Look
from
at
that
face.
genocide,
You are a
they're
tough
pretty good.
cookie. And we say it lovingly, too. We need strength. You say, see, he doesn't mind. He's tough and he's smart. And smart is more important. Morocco, thank you very much. Great. What you're doing is great. Albania, Kosovo, Kazakhstan have all committed troops and police to stabilize Gaza. Egypt and Jordan are likewise providing very, very substantial help, troops, training, and support for a very trustworthy Palestinian police force. We think we're getting some very good people on that police force. And, you know,
Perfect
peace in the Middle East. We
Palestinian
have peace in the Middle East. Think of it. For years you've been hearing about peace in the Middle East, and everybody who's saying it's impossible. All of these countries.
Sounds like an occupation. We're going to put a foreign police force in Gaza. We're putting together a police force for Gaza. And they're going to occupy the whole strip. It will be perfect.
Working together.
Everybody's going to love it. Tony Blair will be the chief of police.
Vision of a Middle East that is free from the curse of extremism and terror. And now is time. And by the way, even people with extremism and preaching extremism, they're exhausted. They're tired. It's been going on for too many years. I don't care who you are. They're tired. They want peace. And now is the time for Iran to join us on a path that will complete what we're doing. And if they join us, that'll be great. If they don't join us, that'll be great too. But it'll be a very different path. They cannot continue to threaten the stability of the entire region, and they must make a deal. Or if that doesn't happen, I maybe can understand. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. But bad things will happen if it doesn't.
That's fine too.
With the commitments announced
Everything.
today.
Look, we want peace, but look, if no peace too, that's fine. Look, shit happens. That's fine. We don't actually need peace. Just you know, it would be nice if we could have it, and also the Peace Prize. Okay, whatever the minimum amount of peace that I need to make happen to get the Peace Prize. I think that would be optimal for everybody.
Board of
in the
Peace
world.
is proving that it does not just convene countries, it devises and implements, and real solutions happen. We've come up with solutions. This is so little talk. This is Very little talk, all action. First time, it was always talk in the Middle East. People would talk about peace in the Middle East, and then they'd go home and they'd never even think about it again. Nothing would happen. We're providing a model for how responsible sovereign nations can cooperate to take responsibility for confronting problems in their own regions. The Board of Peace is showing how a better future can be built, starting right here in this room. And I want to let you know that the United States is going to make a contribution of $10 billion to the Board of Peace. Thank you. And we've had great support for that number. And that number is a very small number when you look at that compared to the cost of war. That's 2 weeks of fighting. It's a very small number. It sounds like a lot, but it's a very small number. So we're committed to $10 billion. Together we can achieve the dream of bringing lasting harmony to a region tortured by centuries of war, suffering, and carnage. They say 3,000 years. And hopefully we can lift up the eyes of the world to envision how other
They say 3,000
intractable conflicts can be settled. So many conflicts, they'd say, are impossible to settle, and we get them settled. We got, of those 8 that we settled, most of them were said to be not settleable. And they not only got settled, they got settled within days. More impossible problems can be solved as we go along this very beautiful path. I think it's a beautiful path. I think it's such an important day. Even the weather's beautiful. We walk in, it's beautiful. Everything's beautiful. But the ancient wounds can be healed, and they are indeed ancient. This has been going on for so many centuries that our entire planet will be a better, safer, more beautiful, and more peaceful place for us all. We're going to be working with the United Nations very closely. We're going to bring them back. I think the United Nations has great potential, really great potential. It has not lived up to potential. The 8 wars, I never even spoke to them about one of them, and I should be speaking to them about all of them. Someday I won't be here. The United Nations will be, I think, is going to be much stronger. The Board of Peace is going to almost be looking over the United Nations and making sure it runs properly. But we're going to strengthen up the United Nations. We're going to make sure its facilities are good. They need help, and they need help money-wise. We're going to help them money-wise. And we're going to make sure the United Nations is viable. And you have some very good people at the United Nations, can do a good job. But as I said, I've said it for years, United Nations has tremendous potential. A lot of people didn't like what I said. They said, oh, you shouldn't say that because, you know, we don't care about the United Nations. No, it's really very important, and I think it's going to eventually live up to potential. That'll be a big day. So I want to thank everybody for being here. You're my friends. You're great leaders. You're great people. And I can honestly say, you know, you're strong leaders, you're tough leaders in many cases, and every single one that I'm looking at that's right here, I've gotten to know and I've gotten to respect, and really you're friends of mine.
Of strong men.
I can help you at all, you
Everyone
let me
says
know,
strong.
but this is going to be
Strong
something, the
men
Board of Peace will be something that, the likes of which I don't think anybody's seen before. And thank you all very much. It's a great honor. I'm going to ask J.D. Vance to come up and say a few words. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, JD. Oh my God. Okay. There's no way we're listening to JD.
Donald Trump spent a lot of quality time with my wife.
There's no way. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if that upsets anybody here. I just don't think I can handle it. I don't think I can do it. This guy, this idiot, this creep. Skipping ahead to Little Mark.
Don't worry about it, Little Mark.
Gentlemen.
Oh, look, Caroline's here. Oh, thank God. Look at Caroline. She's here. Wait, this guy, Mike Walls still has a job? I thought this guy got... No, what am I talking about? Nobody's been fired in the Trump administration. Doesn't matter how incompetently they have done their jobs. Oh, thank God Caroline's here. Oh, she's a delegate. That makes perfect sense. She loves peace.
Now hear from our Secretary of State, Marco Rubio.
Oh, she's like emceeing this thing, huh?
I'll be brief.
Little Marco, your turn.
We want to talk a little bit about the strategic vision of this organization and begin doing so by first acknowledging that we are here today because the President of the United States, Donald J. Trump, has both an ability and a willingness to use the power of his office to think outside the box. And that's why we're here today. This was a very unique crisis in Gaza, one that the existing international institutions could not solve or figure out. It needed a very specific type solution that required the partnership of all the nations that are here, including those that are here on an observer status. And we appreciate you coming today and being a part of this as well.
The international organizations weren't the reason why there's not peace in Gaza. It's because the United States refused to stop funding it. What a joke. I mean, these guys are fucking... for these people to be in... I mean, this is a complete farce. It's a circus. It's a clown show. These people are, like, literally incapable of doing the thing that they're claiming that they want to... honestly, these people are beyond incapable because they literally don't believe in peace. They believe in hegemony and imperialism.
And that's the
That's
point
not
I want to
peace.
drive home today, and soon you'll hear from Steve and Jared, who, by the way, deserve an incredible amount of credit for pulling this together and working countless hours and traveling all over the world. They truly deserve our appreciation and thanks for the work they've put in under the leadership of President Trump to make this possible. This Gaza situation was impossible to solve under orthodoxy, under existing structures. And so what we did is they went to the UN, and they got the UN's approval to put this group together and bring these nations together to come up with a very specific solutions to a very unique and specific problem. We have a long ways to go. There's a lot of work that remains. It will require the contribution of every nation state represented here today, and we thank you for being a part of it. And we hope that this can serve as a model for other complex and difficult situations so they can be solved in the same way. But right now the focus is on this one. We have to get this right. There is no plan B for Gaza. Plan B is going back to war. No one here wants that. Plan A, the only path forward, is one that rebuilds Gaza in a way of enduring and sustainable peace where everyone can live there side by side with one another and never worry again about returning to conflict, to war, to human suffering, and to destruction. And again, Mr. President, thank you for having the vision and the courage to pursue something that has never been done before, and we're not done yet. And thank you to Steve Woodcock and Jared Kushner for the time and the work they put into this. And thank you on behalf of the State Department and the U.S. government to all of the nations that are here. Every one of you is indispensable, including our observer partners, who we hope can find your way to join us at some point as officially part of this. But we are grateful for the fact you're here today and the contributions you've made already. Thank you.
Thank you, Marco. We will now hear from our special envoy, Steve Woodcock.
Ridiculous!
Thank you, everybody, for being here. I don't know if we ever believed that this was possible when we first started envisioning a board of peace, but of course, under the President's indispensable leadership, and it begins with that. It begins with President Trump's leadership and his direction. We are here today, and it's pretty amazing. I think we have some people to thank. We had an amazing partnership between the mediating countries, Qatar, Egypt, Turkey, Prime Minister Mohammed. You are an exceptional human being. You really are. Ali, thank you for everything you did. That's you right over there, Ali. Wherever Hakan is, Hakan, you were amazing.
You know who I'm talking about. Ali. That Ali. The only Ali possible. How many million Alis do you think there are on the planet? Thanks, thanks, Steve.
Ibrahim
Great job.
And President Erdogan, and of course, to the Egyptians, Badr, I know you're smiling because we went through so much. And General Hassan was amazing. We all became friends here. And Prime Minister Sisi, President Sisi, pardon me. And so many others. But our team, JD, your insight, your counsel, and Marco, you're an amazing secretary, and it's a privilege.
Don't worry about it, little Marco.
Gentlemen. And Jared, you are my dear friend and the best partner I ever had. You are an amazing person. But Mr. President, it is my greatest honor to...
I love how Steve's entire speech is just him kissing ass. Look, every single person on this board is fucking perfect. And Steve will blow you later. Okay? He just wants you to know how great you are. Whatever it takes. He will make it clear just how far his nose is up your butt. Everyone's butts. Oh, God, Steve. He loves everybody so much. Everybody's doing such a great job. They're all so
Aren't I a good guy?
good and great.
For you.
It's overwhelming.
It is the blessing in my life. I've had many blessings. I don't have to be a practicing lawyer anymore, but this is my greatest blessing. But I also have to mention one other person who is important to this discussion. Oh, the Israelis, I forgot. Prime Minister Netanyahu. Without him, much wouldn't have been accomplished as well. And that's really important that we acknowledge him here today, and Ron Dermer. But a person who doesn't care much about the acclaim we have to acknowledge too, and that's you, Susie. Because I would come back and you would say to me on every trip, what can I do for you? This matters. And you are an inspiration for all of us. So I thank everybody, and let me get on to, am I going on to the next slide?
Sure.
Caroline?
Sure.
Okay. So with regard to the hostages, we're here today, again, I say it, I know it sounds redundant, but we're here today because of President Trump. Without him, none of this was possible. There were 251 hostages. 168 came out alive. 83 bodies were returned to their families so that they could grieve and remember their loved ones like in a normal way, in a way that brought their families together. So that was just as important. This was a monumental effort, and I want to tell a story about the president.
Jesus.
Every time a hostage family came to visit with us, they were not on the president's schedule. I would walk down to the Oval Office, I would tell the president that there was a hostage family here, and he would say, Steve, bring them up. Every single time. Mm-hmm. And when we got the last 20 out, we had a celebration at the White House, and I could see the emotion on the president's face. And he came up and he said to me, I have to tell you, this is my 5th year in the Oval Office, and I don't know that I've ever had a more special time than this moment with these people, seeing them come home. And I said to the president, you have to look around because none of them would be home without you, sir. None of them. So I only want to tell you, Mr. President, you gave me my greatest honor to work on this, on this effort, and I thank you.
This is ridiculous!
Oh my God. This is the worst fucking thing ever. This is why I wanted to do this with everybody right now, because this is unbearable. There was no, like, honestly, like, I'm drained. There's no way I was going to watch this whole thing without all of you here. And I couldn't do this in the regular stream time. I've already got a full docket for tonight's stream. Ay, ay, ay. This is the dumbest gathering of 2026.
Thank you, Steve. Now you're going to hear directly from the team that has been tasked with implementing President Trump's 20-point plan for Gaza, beginning with our ambassador to the United Nations, Mike Waltz.
Thank you, and thank you, Mr.
Great,
President, Excellencies. First, let me wish everyone a happy and prayerful Ramadan.
Happy and prayerful Ramadan from Mike Waltz. Hilarious.
Give me a joke.
Thank you so much for joining all of us today. Mr. President, Excellencies, bottom line, humanitarian aid has absolutely surged since the Gaza war ended. Our Central Command, our great military, is working together with Israel, with the UN,
that is a lie.
So many countries here to coordinate the aid, to make sure there's...
And yet all of the aid agencies are saying that aid is still not making its way into the Strip. So where's Mike getting all of his information from? Benjamin Netanyahu?
Confliction.
Itmar Ben
Over
Gvir?
70 countries now are participating in our Civil Military Command Center, and here are the results. Aid is up. 4,200 aid trucks have entered Gaza each week for 13 consecutive weeks, the longest stretch of high-volume assistance to Gaza in years. Diversion is down significantly from prior to the ceasefire, with less than 1% diverted
Where's he getting
this
these
month.
numbers from?
Food supplies are way up. We are reaching the full 2.1 million Gazans with aid, up 5 times from the delivery levels before the ceasefire. The percentage of households experiencing severe hunger has dropped from about 30% to down to 1%. As of this past February, drinking water has doubled, and child malnutrition has been cut in.
What's really, really weird is that literally every source, when I look into this, like, it says that aid is not making its way into the Strip. Even AI is like, yeah, it's hilarious. That is hilarious. As of February 2026, humanitarian aid into the Gaza Strip remains severely restricted, failing to meet catastrophic needs despite ongoing, albeit limited, shipments. Israeli restrictions, including the blockage of UNRWA from bringing in personnel and aid since March 2025, have crippled relief efforts. Only 2 main border crossings, Kerem Shalom and Kisafim, are functional, causing massive bottlenecks. Weird! It's weird. Huh. It's almost like Mike is just lying to all
If we could go to the next slide. Mr. President, only under your leadership and this great team could we bring together the United States, Israel, Egypt, Jordan, the UAE, the United Nations agencies. Mr. President,
these guys are declaring victory when there is when we are at the most calamitous, conflict-filled moment in modern history. Partially thanks to, very much thanks to the United States. And they're like, we were doing a great job. They're like, the Board of Peace is here to tell us that actually we've already achieved it. We've already achieved it. That's the point of the Board of Peace. Is for a bunch of Trump officials to tell us, actually, we already have peace. Thank you. No further questions.
bottom line, like you, this is a board of action, not a board of endless talk or speeches, and these results are a true testament to your leadership and the leadership of this great team. We are saving lives, and it's an honor to be a part of it. Thank you, Mr. President.
Dr. Ali Shaikh.
It is my honor to be here.
What is this shit? What is this farce? I honestly am struggling to watch this right now. How long is this gonna go on for? How long is this fucking... I honestly thought maybe like an hour. We've been at this for like 2 hours straight.
The National Committee for the Administration of Gaza. Thank you, President Trump, for your leadership, for your continued efforts. A new governing authority is now in place for Gaza, with a clear mandate and...
This is such a dumb fucking waste of time and money. I don't know what I assumed. I assumed they'd at least pretend. Like, this is supposed to be like a fake UN. And instead, it's just another opportunity for people to kiss Donald Trump's ass and say that he's done a great job. They're not here to solve peace. They're here to declare victory. It's a victory lap. It's not a... This is nothing to do with actually bringing peace anywhere. This is just another show. It's just another ridiculous fucking show. This is the Donald Trump deserved the Nobel Peace Prize after party. It's basically what this is. This is such a waste of everyone's time. This is incredible.
Clear commitment to establishing development and stability. However, we are operating in extremely difficult conditions. Large parts of Gaza Strip are severely damaged, destroyed actually. Humanitarian needs are acute. Law and order remain fragile. This is not normal operating environment, President, which is precisely why discipline and prioritization matter. Our priorities, therefore, are defined into 4 categories. First, restore security via professional civilian police under one authority, one law, and one weapon, including training and developing 5,000 Gazan police to be deployed in 60 days. Secondly, revive economic activities and livelihoods, creating decent jobs, especially for our young population. Thirdly, ensure sustainable emergency relief as described earlier. Fourthly, restore basic services including electricity, water, health and education, and last but not least, the access and movement. Our mandate is simple, President, step by step to build the foundation for lasting peace, dignity and prosperity for the people of Gaza. And this is where we count on your continued leadership and support. Blessed the peacemaker. Thank you.
Thank you. Now, Nick Mladenov.
Thank you, Caroline, and thank you, Mr. President. Today, we're...
This thing is a complete fucking farce. This is wild. This is fucking wild. The guy here to represent Palestine doesn't push back on a single thing that Mike fucking Walls just said. It was just completely anti-factual about the state of aid on the ground. It's a fucking joke. Who is that guy? I've never heard of him. Dr. Ali something. Who the fuck is this guy? Doesn't even have a sign. He's just some random guy.
happy to announce that we're creating...
Was he some billionaire that bought his way onto the committee? Who is this guy?
The Office of the High Representative for Gaza of the Board of Peace, which will be there to support, to guide and assist the...
You know, I'll bet he is, considering the accent. But he's like a Russian oligarch who bought his way onto the business, like onto the old... what should we call this thing? It's clearly not a Board of Peace. Something.
Committee for the Administration of Gaza, hopefully removing the roadblocks that they will be facing in taking over civilian and administrative control of the Gaza Strip. We plan to work in full transparency under the guidelines of and supervision of the Board of Peace and the Executive Board. And of course, we will do that in great coordination with the Israel and with the Palestinian institutions, who we both require to make this work on the ground. And certainly with my very good colleague here, General Jefferson, the International Stabilization Force that is coming together. Mr. President, if I can actually use the opportunity to announce some breaking news that as of this morning, we started the process of recruiting Palestinian police force that Ali was just referring to. And just in the first few hours, we have 2,000 people who have applied to join a new transitional Palestinian police force to be formed in Gaza under the authority of the National Committee with the support of the Board of Peace, trained in Egypt, where we have received an excellent proposal of how to do that forward. And this is critical to what we need to do as we begin this process. And if we may...
It's going to be a completely lawless police force with no actual with no like legitimate authority granted to it. Granted, the only authority is going to be coming from a what like an this weird just organization created as like out of thin air by a deranged billionaire. By the way, where does the $1 billion joining fee go to? Like, where does that money go to? To Donald Trump? Who's taking that money? Who actually gets that $1 billion for joining the Board of Peace? Is it the Trump family? Is it? It's not clear to me that it's a U.S. organization.
To the second slide. It is this Palestinian security force, under the authority of the National Committee for the Transition Period, that will allow us to ensure that all factions in Gaza are dismantled and all weapons are put under the control of one civilian authority. The only way to do that is the full implementation of the 20-point plan and the UN Security Council resolution, which binds us all to make sure that that is the way forward. We have now a fully agreed framework with the mediators on how to do this, and I thank very much the state of Qatar, Egypt and Turkey for their excellent support in this. We now need to move forward on communicating it and negotiating the details of the implementation plan with the factions on the ground. But rest assured to all of you that we're on the right track, and if I can ask one thing of all of us, it's to make sure that we have one message. There is no other option except the full demilitarization and decommissioning of all weapons in Gaza for reconstruction to begin and for people to have a new way of life going forward. Thank you.
Thank you, Nick, and congratulations. Now, Major General Jasper Jeffers.
Thank you, Caroline, Mr. President. It's an honor to be here today as the ISF commander. The ISF will do two things: stabilize the security environment in Gaza and enable civilian governance as established by the National Committee. For the last few months, we've had a team on the ground of U.S. military experts preparing the...
This is idiotic. What a fucking waste of time. And effort and like energy. Oh, look who it is. It's old Tony. Oh boy. Tony Blair. What is Tony Blair up to exactly?
Yet as President Trump recognized, its potential has always been vast. Prosperity for the
Thank you, Major General. Mr. Tony Blair.
For decades, Gaza's governance has been characterized by extremism, corruption, ineffective institutions, and the complete absence of a route to prosperity for the Gazan people. Yet, as President Trump recognized, its potential has always been vast. 25 miles of Mediterranean coastline, proximity to great regional and global markets, and a young, dynamic population with a median age of 19. So today we set out profound changes necessary to rebuild Gaza for Gazans. Gaza not as it was, but as it should be, including its governance. Effective public institutions serving the people, a business environment where enterprise flourishes, an education system educating the young for tolerance and achievement, and a tech-enabled society making the most of the digital revolution. This is a vision of Gaza as part of a Middle East at peace. Not a phony piece of declarations no one means and agreements no one intends to keep, but a genuine commitment to a region where, whether you're a Muslim, Jew, Christian, of any faith or none, you can rise by your own efforts and feel your government by your side, not on your back. That is the vision behind President Trump's 20-point plan for Gaza, and it remains the best, indeed the only hope.
I love how Tony Blair's fucking analysis of this is that actually the problem with Gaza isn't the Israeli occupation or the genocide. It's the oppressive Hamas government. Oh, God, it's the oppressive federal Hamas government. Oh god, too many regulations from Hamas. That's the problem. Tony Blur. Oh, some incredible takes from this man right here. Fantastic, Tony. So
For
glad
Gaza,
to have you
the
along.
region, and the wider world.
Thank you. Mr. Yakir Gabay.
Hello, everybody. Thank you, Mr. President. Gaza is destroyed. We assembled here on this historic day with common vision to rebuild Gaza for the next generations. Our mission is to recycle and remove 70 million tons of rubble and UXO and hundreds of miles of tunnels, arrange for the population fast temporary housing, in parallel to start construction of infrastructure and permanent housing. We have a detailed master plan for housing and infrastructure.
This guy, I'm fairly certain, is an Israeli billionaire. I could be wrong. Hold on. Let me just look into this. Hold on. They don't have fucking signs. Yeah, I think this is him. Yakir Gabay. Yeah, this guy's an Israeli billionaire. He's talking about wanting to rebuild the strip. I'm sure everybody in Palestine will be fine with an Israeli billionaire being involved in rebuilding
Modern
the strip.
schools and hospitals, manufacturing and agriculture, roads and trains, water and energy plants, logistic hubs, telecom, tech and data centers, sports and leisure facilities, seaport and airport, and much more. We lined up many regional contractors who build housing for millions of people in the Middle East. They will join the massive redevelopment with competitive pricing. The funding is ready and will be invested in a free economy. The local population will build their own cities, which will create hundreds of thousands of jobs and will revive the economy. The Gaza coastline is 26 miles long. It can be developed as a new Mediterranean Riviera with 200 hotels and potential islands. The value goes to the Gazans through the Gaza Sovereign
200 hotels.
This plan is...
This is disturbed. This is a deranged fucking plan coming from an Israeli fucking billionaire. People are literally living in rubble, and he's talking about building 200 hotels and turning Gaza into the Riviera. How about the people that live there? Where are they gonna live? 200 hotels, he says. Jesus Christ. This is fucking disgusting.
Subject to a full disarmament of Hamas. Thank you very much. Together we will make this vision into a reality.
Thank you. Mr. Liren Tanmin.
When we asked the NCAG what Gaza means...
Oh, look at Johnny. Johnny, that must have been hard for you. Look at Johnny. Oh, was that tough? Was that tough, Yakir? Was that difficult? Oh, great job. Great job, says Johnny. That must have been difficult speaking. As a billionaire, having to use your mouth to say words. Oh.
Aww. When we asked the NCAG what Gaza needs to unlock its potential, the answer was clear. Reconnect Gaza to the world, digitally and economically, and replace corruption with an open, tax-free system. Gaza was once a vital trade hub.
What the fuck is going on right now, dude? Oh, this is genuinely a clown show. Oh my god, I don't think I can watch any more of this. This is so dumb. This is so fucking stupid. They've moved on from U.S. officials to billionaires row. They're just going from one billionaire to the next. It's wild. Oh, but we can't forget this billionaire. You can't forget the billionaire son-in-law. Jared's got stuff to say. Oh, he's got plans. Fantastic. That's what we all need. Jared Kushner.
Then we can kind of join on a common goal, which is peace and togetherness.
The Board of Peace.
Oh, peace and togetherness. Great.
Thank you, Caroline. And
Slender
thank you, Mr.
Man's here,
President,
everybody.
Mr. Vice President, Secretary Rubio. We cannot change the past, but I think that what you're seeing today is that we can potentially change the future if we focus and do this in the right way. We tried to structure this meeting like a proper board meeting, like we do in the private sector, where we have all the preparation, we get the right people together, and we really report on what our challenges are, what the opportunities are, and what are the approaches. What you've seen today is just a small sample of the work that's been done, and I really want to thank the entire team that's worked so hard at this. A lot of these people are volunteers. They're doing this not for any personal gain. People are not personally profiting from this. They are really doing this for their children and for their grandchildren and because they want to see peace. One small anecdote is Liran said to me, "Are you sure I should be presenting? I'm a Jewish Israeli and I'm working on Gaza and all these things." And I said, "That's exactly why you should be presenting today." If Jews and Muslims work together, Israelis and Palestinians with Americans and English and Bulgarian and people from all around the world, then we can kind of join on a common goal, which is peace and togetherness, and that's really what we've done. I want to thank President Trump. I remember working with you on your first foreign policy speech in 2016 that you gave at the Mayflower Hotel, and at the time, those ideas were considered to be very, very radical. What I saw as somebody who didn't have any foreign policy experience were just common sense ideas. Why can't the world be better? Why can't there be peace? Why can't there be more prosperity for all people in all ways? And I think over the last decade, you really have changed the way that the world thinks about a lot of these things. And I think that this organization is bringing...
It is wild for a billionaire Zionist to be asking, why can't we have more peace and prosperity? Because of literally you, Jared. You're the reason. You like really, this is so farcical. Jeez, why do we have so much inequality? Why can't people be more prosperous out there? You know, says the billionaire. It's not why. What's up with all the peace? Says the guy who literally supports a genocidal apartheid nation state. God, it's like, oh, why is there so much oppression and inequality in the world? I can't figure it out, says Jared Kushner.
I feel like I'm taking crazy pills!
New approach and new ideas and new people together in order to effectuate it. I'd really like to thank all the countries that joined on very early. I see this as a very self-selecting group of countries that really believe that the future can be different and wanted to join in partnership and put their reputations and their resources and their time and their ideas on the way to say, these are the challenges we're putting into that we're solving in our own countries. We want to come with new ideas because we've achieved success and we believe that the world can be better in that regard. So I don't have to go through these slides in great detail, but we've secured today, even without the president's, amazing commitment, over $7 billion. As Mark said, we don't really have a resource issue here, although we are going to need everyone's support. We just need to be executing and doing this in a good way. We've dealt with the humanitarian issue. We've returned the hostages. But the one final thing I just want to talk about as well from our perspective is that the President Trump in his heart wanted to get the hostages home, but he also really wanted to help the people of Gaza. He saw the suffering that they were enduring, not through fault of their own, because of the bad leadership that they had, the situation they were born into. The war was a horrific, horrific situation. And I think through this process, thanks to Ali and the committee, we are now here to fully support the committee. We are here to help the people of Gaza, to lift them up and give them every opportunity to succeed. And we really see this as a partnership with them and with the Israelis to see if we can create an environment that can be peaceful, that can be functional, that can offer people the opportunity to really live a better life. And I think you've seen some of the work today, and hopefully we'll be successful. Like I said, the last one, failure is not an option, and we have to really push forward and keep finding ways to succeed with this. So really thank you, President Trump, Vice President Vance, and Secretary Rubio, and obviously Steve, who's been, like he said about me, I feel just about him. Working through all these challenges has been an absolute honor and a pleasure with you, and I've really been very lucky to have your partnership. So really thank you all, and I'll give back to Caroline. Thank you.
Thank you, Jared.
The war Hamas began has left...
Oh my God. What was that? Was that one of Jared's slides? They just accidentally played it in the background. The war that Hamas began. It's all Hamas's fault.
The war Hamas began has left...
Whoopsies.
The war Hamas...
Oh, we're going to play it. We're going to play this? Really? This is about to get really fucked up, isn't it? You're kidding me. All right, prepare yourselves for some Israeli propaganda, courtesy of the Board of Peace.
The war Hamas began has left Gaza in ruins. Yet from these ruins, a new future will rise. President Donald Trump's unparalleled achievements in just few months. The United States, together with key regional and global partners, has signed the...
I cannot believe that they just blamed Hamas for Israel destroying all of Gaza. This is one of the most perverse fucking things I've ever... Who made this? Stephen Miller? Who made this fucking thing? This is sick.
The United States, together with key regional and global partners, has signed the 20-point Gaza Peace Plan, a blueprint for security, peace, and prosperity. All the hostages returned, the living ones to their homes, and the deceased to burial. Ceasefire is stable, and the killings from both sides reduced by 99%. The United Nations Security Council approved.
Israel has been killing people in Gaza every single day. It's not 99%. I can tell you that right now. I don't have the exact figure, but it is not 99%. That's a fucking lie.
The establishment of the Board of Peace, chaired by President Donald Trump, a governing body dedicated to providing security, infrastructure, and homes for Gaza's people, ushering in the new dawn for Gaza. The new Palestinian technocratic government of Gaza, the NCAG, was elected with consent of all parties, including the Palestinian factions, Israel, and the Arab countries. Rafah border crossing with Egypt was open. The NCAG will secure the disarmament of Gaza to ensure one authority, one law, and one weapon. The United States and its partners, in coordination with the World Bank, are pledging billions of dollars to rebuild Gaza. Safe areas are being established in Rafah and later across the Gaza Strip, where families can receive shelter, food, health care, and education. In Rafah, Gazans will build their first new city, the NCAG, with the...
Was that a concentration camp? Did they just describe a concentration camp to me? It felt like they were talking about a concentration camp. This looks a little bit like a concentration camp. Am I wrong? This looks like a fucking concentration camp. This is disturbing. This is like literally like a refugee tent camp. What in the shit? This is supposed to be the Board of Peace? Are you kidding me? This is the vision for Gaza, is a massive fucking like tent camp in the desert. So Jared must have had a hand in this. Jared and Stephen Miller must have been hanging out down in the racist, genocidal basement of the White House. This is fucking disgusting.
Authority, one law, and one weapon. The United States and its partners, in coordination with the World Bank, are pledging billions of dollars to rebuild Gaza. Safe areas are being established in Rafah and later across the Gaza Strip, where families can receive shelter, food, health care, and education. In Rafah, Gazans will build their first new city. The NCAG, with the Board of Peace, will expand development across...
So the plan is to ethnically cleanse everybody down to the south of the Strip, down to Rafah, and that's the plan. And then they're gonna turn everything else into an economic zone with 200 hotels. Oh my God, this is disgusting. This is so dystopian. How can anybody sign on to this? How can anybody sign on? This is insane. I feel like this is a fiction. And the fact is, since so much of this is being done with AI, it actually feels like a fiction. It really adds to the fictional nature of it. But this is like some full-on District 9 shit right now. This is like a dystopian fucking movie. Instead, it's 2026.
Employing hundreds of thousands in reconstruction and business activity. transportation, water, and energy systems will be restored, and a modern economy will begin to emerge. Children will return to classrooms with a curriculum that promotes tolerance, dignity, and peace. Our goal by year 3, Rafah fully rebuilt, unemployment curbed, and Gaza connected to the world through an Abrahamic gateway, linking it with Egypt, Israel, Jordan, Saudi Arabia, the UAE, and extending to India and Europe. By year 10, Gaza will be self-governed, integrated into the region with thriving industries and housing for all. This is the framework for Gaza's rebirth: secure, prosperous, and peaceful.
This is ridiculous.
It's amazing.
Oh, I
now
feel
we will
sick.
hear from our
It's amazing, says Caroline. Of course she does. It's something. It's something, Caroline. I wouldn't use the word amazing. Disturbing, perhaps. Disgusting. Unrealistic. Unhinged. Perhaps. I mean, beyond problematic. Perhaps, I mean, honestly, sounds like some human rights violations in there. Maybe I
distinguished
can't
leaders
quite
who
tell.
are here today, beginning with the King of the Kingdom of Bahrain. You're welcome.
Do you know what I love? While we have all of these billionaires here and leaders from, you know, some of the most, you know, problematic countries on the planet here, we don't have a single representative from Hamas, the Palestinian Authority, Islamic Jihad, or any of the other sorts of organizations that exist. The ones that Israel, you know, is supposedly... You get what I'm saying here? Like, we got a problem. Like, they got all these plans, but we have no representatives from the other side. So, I mean, honestly, none of this has been agreed to. It's just a colonialist fever dream. Look at this fucking guy.
Of the Board of Peace. It is an honor to participate in this inaugural meeting of board convened by President Donald Trump.
Yes, President Trump. Yes. The great President Trump. I'm skipping ahead. This is ridiculous. How long is this fucking thing? 2 hours long so far. We're 2.5 hours into the stream now. Jesus Christ.
Hosting me.
Президент Трамп, ваше превосходительство, позвольте выразить искреннюю признательность президенту Соединенных Штатов Америки Дональду.
And this format, it's important.
Okay, I think we get the point. I'm not gonna
What
lie.
Romanian?
I'm gonna hit the live. I'm skipping everything to the live. What's happening right
The recovery project in the whole of the Strip.
Yeah, this whole thing is fucked. This whole thing is fucked. All right, I'm ending it. I'm ending this. I've had enough. This whole thing is ridiculous. This thing is a farce. Oh my God. What did we just witness? What did we... I mean, this was clearly a historical event. A shameful one, but a historical event nonetheless. Oh my God. All right, everybody, I'm planning on doing a stream later tonight. Just a reminder that these streams are, of course, brought to you by individuals like you. Your donations help keep us alive. YouTube, Super Chat, Super Stickers, memberships, gifted memberships, Twitch, bits, subs, gifted subs, Prime subs, Cash App, PayPal, Patreon, and Throne. That's all the ways. So many ways, really, when you think about it. Just a crazy number of ways for you to contribute and support the stream. One last clip before we end this. Play us out, if you will.
Once this board is completely formed, we can do pretty much whatever we want to do. Once this board is completely formed, we can do pretty much whatever we want to do.